Hey, I'm back. It's time to eat.
I'm here and I'm ready to go and I'm starving. So what are we going to be eating tonight?
We are going to be eating the final product of our Magic Miracle multi-vegetable soup. Okay? We made our base.
It's a miracle.
We made our base. It's full of beans, blue zones. People who live forever are eating a lot of beans. We've got all our beans. Now is the interesting part. We're going to add the fast-cooked vegetables, soften up in 10-15 minutes, ready to go. We're going to add different flavors of soup bases that give us some much-needed variety. And then at this stage, we are going to add lots of spices to give lots of flavor to our soup that we're going to just love. I love it. And then salt it to taste. Salt it to taste at this stage. So we don't want to salt too early because you lose that salty taste, but you're stuck with the sodium. So that's going to drive up our blood pressure, exacerbate people with heart failure and other health conditions.
We don't want that.
So we only salt right at the very end. So remember that large pot of soup base that we made? I've saved that in my freezer, okay, in glass containers, in my fridge. And now on the day, I'm busy, I've come home from work, it's been a hard day, I want to eat something very nutritious, but I don't want to spend forever preparing it. This is exactly the steps that you go through. Okay, here's my pot. I can eat almost a full pot in one setting, but if you're cooking for several people or you have guests, then you want to plan accordingly. But basically,
you don't want to heat up too much because as I'm trying to slim down, the soup tastes so good, you're going to keep eating it. So Doc, as healthy as this is, can you overeat this soup?
I think you can. You know, that principle of the blue zone, stop eating when you're 80% full, absolutely applies to the soup. You want to stop eating when you feel 80% full. Because in the next 30 minutes, your brain is going to catch up to your stomach and you'll realize that you truly are full right now. You didn't need to keep eating, and that applies to the soup, absolutely.
And these spices, I feel like really kind of rev up your appetite, but then all of a sudden they do make you feel full. All of a sudden you just feel full.
You feel full.
You do.
They get your metabolism stimulated, all the cells of your body humming along. You know, that's the purpose of the spices. Lots of antioxidants to, reduce inflammation, which we're always combating inflammation. So spices are so important. You can come up with amazing combinations of spices. I have had the spices that you come up with out of nowhere, the combination of spices, and it is absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you so much. Okay, I have to drink to that.
Seriously.
Cheers, thank you so much. I appreciate when someone...
Classically trained by a Hungarian mom.
Yes.
And nothing lost on you. So
Hungarian
you have amazing
parents.
abilities in the kitchen, not to be underestimated. And still, despite all of that cooking sophistication, you are still enthralled with very simple vegetable soups, knowing that that's what you should be eating most of the time. And we'll credit that to your dad, the cardiologist.
Yes.
Colleague of mine, from a generation prior, but we are colleagues at heart. As cardiologists, we stick together. And it's amazing how so many things that he knew, and I consider him to be well ahead of his time.
Everything you talk about is exactly what we talk about. I mean, it's incredible.
It is incredible.
It's incredible. Like the knowledge that my dad has collected and taught to his patients and to his kids. It's amazing to have. It's almost like his kindred spirit.
That's really cool, and that's a high compliment. It makes the point that these ideas aren't new. Okay, nothing new under the sun here, but we are distilling that wisdom, which is so easy to lose.
We are distilling the wisdom.
We're distilling the wisdom, and we're taking advantage of it for ourselves, and we're passing on those fine traditions. Now with technology, passing on those fine traditions to you, our audience.
So, question: I'm just really excited about the scent of this combination.
You like that combination?
Yes.
So for us, for those of us who don't understand spices, there are different combinations of spices that you can, of course, purchase, and that's what I do. Here is a shawarma blend. It's Indian. Here is a Mediterranean spice combination. All of these have important differences, but they're all excellent and very well formulated.
And they can help you lose weight.
They can help you lose weight because
Yes.
the spices are revving up your metabolism.
Yes.
You're keeping your cells burning energy.
Yes.
Um,
And I feel like that fiery spice makes your stomach feel full.
it does, yeah, makes
Yeah.
you feel full.
Yeah.
Why do you like this
Right,
one?
Todd?
Right, right. We want to feel full. We don't want to be having the
This
hangries.
one, okay, this one, I don't know. I can just like smell this.
It's really good. I think this
And
is Oriental. This is Chinese 5 spices.
I smell licorice in there.
Fennel, cinnamon, anise, and cloves. Interesting.
Cloves. Okay, that's what it is.
Interesting.
It's so interesting. And
But the
I
cinnamon,
can
this is
eat
a
this.
major cinnamon. That cinnamon is the second most common ingredient.
I feel
and
like this
you
takes away.
cook with cinnamon
I
as a
do.
major spice.
I do.
Phenomenal.
I
That's
do.
impressive. Cook
And
with cinnamon.
I won't
when it
tell you
comes
the
out,
other
it doesn't
secrets.
taste like cinnamon anymore.
Doc, don't tell them my other secrets.
I'm not telling. It's all patent protected. Far be it from me. So, if you are like me, you can't think of these things on your own. Here are wonderful spice brands that you could
Can
order
I-
on Amazon. Multi-combination spices. They're all excellently formulated, and you can
Oh my
use
God.
these to add variety and to season your soup on the day that you actually eat it. But let's put it together. What do you say we put it together?
I'm sorry, my germs are in your spice. Is it okay?
I'll manage. So, again, your soup base, this is the soup that I slow cooked for at least 4 hours based
yummy.
on those beans that soak for at
Wow.
least 24 hours. And the pot that I'm actually going to eat on the day, I will fill up with about half of my base, okay? So that's half of my base. The rest of it I want to fill with things that I'm preparing on the day. And so I'm going to move on to my fast cooked vegetables. Vegetables that'll soften up in 10-15 minutes, be ready to go. You can go ahead and have a slice of that. I really like purple cabbage. Again, you want those bright, dark colored vegetables for all the flavonoids and benefit and goodness that those bright colors represent. You're a master chef. I'm not saying anything.
You want me to
So you go right ahead and work at it.
do you want them big?
I can eat large bite sizes. I don't need things to be finely chopped. Everyone's a little bit different, and again, those who have the Vitamix blenders or other blenders can have more of a puree with their vegetables, and that's perfectly acceptable, especially for some of our
I like it bigger.
more senior viewers who you're going to have some issues with swallowing, and
I
they need
like
to be a
it
little small. Well, you can have it as big as you'd like. So the soup bases that are available, you know, again, I'm a shopper at Whole Foods, and there's a couple that are really good. I love this Imagine Organic brand and this Pacific Food brand. Okay, both organic, adding soup bases. My favorite would be the butternut squash, but again,
So delicious.
so delicious,
So delicious.
so delicious.
Oh my
And
goodness.
how it interacts with the beans is to die for.
It's amazing.
But notice
It's
that there's
incredible.
subtle flavor variations. Like very similar to the butternut squash is going to be the cashew carrot ginger soup. So that's going to be very close but subtle differences, and close to that in the same family, but again with differences, the Moroccan sweet potato soup.
Amazing.
Okay, so
Amazing.
all kind of that yellow flavor that I really gravitate toward, but with enough variety. And then if you want to keep mixing it up, you'll do something completely different with the tomato basil. So now your soup has a very strong tomato flavor. You can do this on a day. You can turn on a dime and have a very different soup when you start to use a significantly different base. And finally, one more that I absolutely love is the sweet pea base.
That's one of my favorites. I love the sweet pea soup mix. It's so good.
You are definitely a pea fan. So, you know, those are the bases. So which one am I going to show you today? Let's do the cashew carrot ginger soup. So I will shake this on the day, get everything in there nice and well mixed, okay?
Perfectly mixed.
And pop that one open,
There we go.
and I'll add probably, fill my pot from half to maybe 3/4 full with the soup mix, and the rest I'll do with water because it's already getting a little thick, and my soup base is pretty thick, so it could use just a little bit more water. So what King has done is she's chopped the purple cabbage
Yes.
into the pot.
Yes.
The bell pepper, again a vegetable, it's going to
There
soften
we go.
very, very quickly in the heat. add it to the pot, and we'll do some fresh tomato and also some cauliflower.
I already got a whole tomato.
Oh, she put the tomato in?
Yep.
How about and cauliflower?
I did tomato and bell pepper.
Okay, how about this one, this white vegetable?
No.
Okay, while you think about spicing that, how about I just chop this one
Okay,
up?
I'll spice it up.
So once again, sometimes I just do this right into the pot because it tends to fall apart. So I'll just slice up my cauliflower.
I think that
So
looks good.
King has added a very generous helping of spices, and that's going to taste just
Delicious.
wonderful, just wonderful. So that's not exaggerated, even though it looks like quite a bit. And again, you'll get used to how
yummy.
spicy you like it.
Yummy.
If you're anything like me, I love very spicy food. So
I found out from Doc that I could be losing weight with adding more spices. So I already love spices, and so I'm just adding a ton more.
yeah,
I
you're
just
doing
feel
even
like
more.
I just increase my spices because if it's gonna make me rev up my metabolism and decrease inflammation, voila.
Right,
Voila.
meeting all those micronutrient requirements,
Okay.
the fiber, the
Yeah.
plant-based proteins, phenomenal, phenomenal. There it is, the soup that we're actually gonna eat tonight. Tonight.
Tonight.
Whoa.
Tonight. Good night.
Okay, so just heat this up 10-15 minutes, a simmering low boil. Okay, we'll soften up all those vegetables. It'll be ready to go. I'm busy. Sometimes this pot will actually be my evening
No,
bowl.
you're just out saving lives.
Out saving
You're
lives,
just kind of
saving
busy.
the planet one life at a time.
Saving the planet one life at a time.
One
Saving
show
the
at a
planet one show at a
time.
time. In the green room dot green.
That's what we do. Your soup, you will love it. You will live longer. You are now in the blue zones. You're eating consistent with the blue zones. This is a phenomenal recipe. Have the soup in the late afternoon, in the evening, after you've had that wonderful chia seed, Ezekiel 4:9 cereal combination in the morning. You are going to be satiated. You'll be moving towards your ideal weight. You'll have superb energy, and you will not be hungry. Check it out.
And please tell your friends, comment, and let us know if you'd be a great guest on the show.